I totally forgot to film an intro. So you were about to see me and my coworker Caitlin go plant shopping before we go to a birthday party at a Home Depot first and then a Lowe's in Rome, Georgia. Let's see what we find. They have some good stuff. It's huge in here.
Where's the Majesty Palm? This?
Yes.
It's on sale. $12.88.
Oh my gosh, that thing's huge for $12.88.
You got somewhere to put it.
Yeah, and it's about to fall. Oh, it's because it hasn't been watered. Yeah, look how light it is. Sorry, accidents. Yeah.
As it falls off.
Okay.
It's pretty though.
Almost a disaster.
Alright.
I'm going this way.
Okay.
Oh, that looks like a siltepecana. Are you kidding me? Oh, we're stopping the video. I got really excited. I'm getting this. That's awesome. Oh, they have more. But I think I like this one.
You like that one better or this one?
I think I like this one.
Yeah.
Will you get that one down?
That is true.
Let's look at it.
Yeah, this one's very droopy.
Yeah, this one's happy.
Yeah.
And that one's not.
Alright.
We're gonna get the happy one.
Yep.
Because this is like a Cebu blue, but the leaves are like to the side. I don't know a better way to explain it. Oh, that's cool. See, this is the Cebu blue. See how it's different, but not very different?
Oh, yeah.
As I'm just filming the tops of ferns. I can cut that part out. Wow, that's crazy. Oh, that's beautiful. What is that? Some kind of fern. The tag should be hanging from the top.
Blue star fern?
That's really pretty. I could kill that.
I could too. I don't have the best of luck with fern.
Oh, that's pretty. They have so many plants for it to be winter. Oh yeah, I like those. I think that's a xanthosoma. Oh.
Did they get that one from my house?
Totally did. I think there's a back to this. Yep.
They watered this one.
That'll get really big too. Well, not huge, but the leaves get way bigger than that. Yeah, I could definitely kill this little pea tree ivy. It's half dead already.
That's what it said. It's already out there.
Yeah. Oh, they have Hoya. I actually have 2 of that one, and I think it's gonna come live at your house. If you want it. I don't think you'll kill it. Let's see. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. Mine has a little bit narrower leaves than that. Like there are a couple of different varieties like that.
Yeah.
But it flowers. You know the one that I have that I sent you the pretty waxy flower pictures
Yes.
of? It does that. That one hasn't for me yet, but it's a burgundy color. I kind of want one of these again, but I have killed one before.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's a Dischidia. That's not a really pretty one. Pretty staghorn fern. Caitlin, how much did you spend on that plant?
$2.12.
It's totally not time now, though. I like this ficus.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I like that one over there that's like stripy.
The stripy one?
Yeah.
I think that's some kind of calathea. I like the ficus next to it. That's a ficus altissima. It's all blotchy.
Pretty.
I only know the names of the plants that I like. I'm like, yeah, that's some kind of calathea. Little cocodama. See?
Ooh,
There's your xanthosoma again. And we've got garden plants. And a Halloween planter. Which one? Yeah, that's pretty.
These are what I was talking about.
It's another Brazil.
Yeah. That's pretty.
I like these,
Ooh,
but I
that's
would
pretty.
kill that. I think this is called a teddy bear.
That's really good.
Feel.
Is it fuzzy? That's so weird.
I kind of want one of these. I like this color Dracaena.
Mm-hmm. That's really pretty.
How much is this?
Great question. I don't know.
Should be on the tag somewhere, like maybe right above the barcode.
$15.98.
I don't know if I like it that much. Sure is pretty though.
And that one may be healthier than this one.
I like the black pot though. I know that makes me weird.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that one. This one doesn't have as much of the brown on the side. But yeah, I like that black pot better.
No, I don't like calatheas, but I like this one.
Ooh, that's pretty.
I like the pot it's in. They always have such good plants at the Lowe's.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Lowe's where I found my first micans. What is this?
Ooh, I don't know. That's pretty. Ooh.
What in the world? That's some kind of philodendron. I don't know what kind. It's not going to tell you probably.
Lowe's exclusive.
Or that might be an alocasia, looking at the stems.
Yeah, it says assorted foliage.
That's crazy. I'll have to look into that. That's cool. But yeah, when I was here before, I was just actually in here digging through looking, and I was like, is that?
Very bad. Yeah, I like this.
Oh, I like that too. That's an Aglionema, but I have no idea the variety.
That's not like the Frankie Narcone, is it?
No, it is.
It is?
Yep.
Okay, mine's just pink.
Yep. That's a Photonia. And that one's blooming. It's super happy.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
Is there anything cool in there?
It is, but it's... Ooh, that was wet.
These are neat. I've always liked these little aluminum plants.
Oh yeah, that's pretty. That one's pretty too.
What is... Oh, that's trailing down from below. I'm like, what plant has that leaf?
That's what I want.
It's coming from up there.
This is what I get, so it's not as expensive, so if I kill it, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, that's totally where I started buying these. And then it grows from there like an illness.
I like this.
I have one of these on my back porch. This like fuzzy
that's
lipstick
pretty.
plant. Man, that's a pretty neon pothos.
Oh, that is really pretty.
Look at that.
So bright.
So big.
That too.
It's pretty. If I didn't already have two. Man, that's pretty. It's like a perfect neon pothos.
Mm-hmm.
It's the chicken one.
Oh, I like the fox.
I have tried to find you one of those chicken ones where the air plant wasn't dead so many times.
It's so cute.
See, look how big the leaves in that xanthosoma
wow.
is.
That's really big. See, I love these.
One of our clerks at court, Jennifer, she has one of these homoleminas in her office, and it's like the size of a tree.
Holy
It's
moly.
so big.
That was really pretty. I like that pot too.
I do too.
I like this one.
I really like that plot.
I like that one.
The thing with those is you're paying for that plot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely.
Look at that Monstera.
Oh, that's pretty.
Pretty philodendron Birkin. I like the one next to it on the right.
Yes.
I don't have one of those.
For some reason, I thought you did.
I may have killed it.
Oh.
So I bought it on a trellis, and then I tried to put it up a pole, and it got really like etoliated and stretched out, and just wasn't meant to be. This looks like a Caitlin plant.
Ooh, I like that. A lot. like the one I just got, right?
Just a golden pothos. And so many of these freaking crotons. Monstera. What are you laughing at? I just hear you giggling.
Hi. Hi there. My friends call me beautiful home decor.
It's real specific.
My official name is houseplant. Very pretty though.
It's pretty.
Very detailed.
It's the same one over here. It doesn't have a name either.
Yeah. Guess they just do that if they don't know.
I think if they release them in a small batch, like they don't spend the money to like create a tag for it. Which one? I think it's a peperomia, which means it likes water. But it wants to dry out and then water again, I think. But never too dry.
Yeah.
Like it wants that.
Happy medium that I suck at giving them.
Yep, same. So what did you get?
I don't know. Pretty things.
Plants! So at this point, I'm sure you know one plant that I bought because I was pretty vocal that I was buying it. I left with this gorgeous beast. I have seen no one else on YouTube or on the Instagram plant community find one of these at a big box store. I kind of feel like I'm one of the first, and I'm pretty excited about that. If you go, it is listed as beautiful home decor. Hello, my name is Houseplant, which is what Costa Farms loves to put on their plants that they're releasing in a small release and that they haven't made tags for yet. This is a Monstera siltepecana. This has been on my wish list for a while. I don't think I've ever seen one in person. Look how beautiful the leaves are, and look how much new growth is just popping out everywhere on this one. It's so happy and healthy, and just leaves unfurling left and right. And look at the size of some of these leaves. It's so happy. Now there's a few like crispy leaves here and there. In fact, it really needs to be watered. We actually went shopping and I brought this home last night. And I told myself that I was going to water it really well after I filmed it and showed it to you guys. I'm just sitting here pulling off dead leaves. But I mean, leaves die. And it does need a good watering. But I mean, it looks pretty good. I love this plant. Do I have a place to put it? No, not really. I think I'm going to put it in a macrame hanger and hang it in the window, which is a south-facing window in my home office upstairs. And I think it's gonna really love that. I wish that the camera was facing me when I found this plant, because I was so freaking excited. I have this hearted and wish listed on Etsy, and of course, I mean, I gave $19.99 for this. The plants on Etsy that are that price or close to it, and usually before shipping, are, I mean, this is a huge basket. I mean, from this finger to this finger, like, they were 4-inch pots for that price on Etsy. I could just keep talking about this plant. So what I usually do when I get these hanging baskets like this is I pop off this hanger, which is really easy. You just like push down and pop out, and it pops off. And I pop off this bottom part because I just don't like the idea of this holding water and it just sitting in it. So I pop this off, and I actually have, I don't have one right here, I have some bigger plastic saucers that I sit it in, and then I put the macrame around that so that I can tell if it's sitting in water. And I can actually pour into that big bottom saucer and bottom water. And if you don't know what bottom watering is, I recommend you watch a video about it, because it was kind of a game changer for me when I was battling fungus gnats and issues like that, like summer before last. So, Monstera siltepecana. Love it. Can't wait to get it hung and happy. I'm watering it as soon as I'm done filming this. Now, I did buy one other plant, and you saw it. I have not had the best track record with alocasias. But this little guy was such a weirdo. I needed him. So I looked it up, and I was right. This is an alocasia. This is a purple sword alocasia. Because it kind of looks like a sword, and the back of the leaves have like a purple tint. This leaf looks really weird because it obviously has just unfurled, and it's more purple on the back. It's just kind of figuring out life and deciding what it wants to be like. This one was broken off when we found it. And then you've got just all this beautifulness as it whaps me in the head. We did change the pot. We took the pot from another one that was the same price, that was black, like I like. So we took that one. The problem I have had with alocasia in the past is they've done great. Like, they've done fantastic for me, and they've lived their best life, and they were beautiful, and they put out growth. And what alocasia will often do is it'll put out a brand new leaf, and then it'll sacrifice a leaf to push out a leaf. So, like, that was happening, but I was still getting all this new growth, and the leaves were getting bigger every time. And then the spider mites hit. And that was before I really knew what I was looking for, and I never really had pests before, and I was this naive little plant owner. And yeah, they totally took out. I had a bambino and black velvet. It took them both out. They're no longer with us. They were so far gone, and I was new to spider mites and had no idea what to do, that they basically were exiled to my garage, and they had to go think about what they had done. But this go around with this alocasia, I sprayed it down before this video with Jack's Dead Bug Brew, and just really massaged it all over the leaves and the stems, petioles, just everything. And then I took some neem oil on a paper towel and just kind of wiped the leaves down and tried to get like in everywhere. So I'm hoping that that was a nice, if anything was on it, it's dead. And I'm going to try to do that every so often, maybe like every other month, or maybe in the winter every month, because I'm scared of spider mites now. Because when the air is drier is when plants are more prone to them, is my understanding. I also gave it a really good water. It was dry, like dry. But if you watch the video, this is the plant that was hidden in the very, very way back of the shelf. So yeah, I know this plant probably isn't everyone's cup of tea, but I just kind of love this little weirdo. So yeah, if you are upset that, of course, if you're upset that this is plant content, you're probably not still watching. But if you are wondering if I'm switching to plant content and getting rid of stitching content, absolutely not. I'm still stitching. In fact, if I turn my camera around, you would see I have started my start number 37 of 40 for my 40th birthday this year, today. Today's not my birthday. My birthday was in March. But I was starting 40 starts this entire year. So I'm on start number, yes, 37, 38. 38, really high up there. And I'm working on that over there. It's just, I can show you plants and buy plants much faster than I can stitch. And they're both hobbies that take up a lot of my time right now. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of both. And if you're only into one and not the other, you'll be able to tell by the video title what kind of video it is. So the plant videos will say plant in them. The floss tube or cross stitch videos will say floss tube on them. It'll be really easy to just watch what you want to watch and go from there. Now I will say, I will probably continue at the end of all of my floss tube or stitching videos to highlight a plant or two that I'm really into. That's just a regular plant in my collection that has been there, or something I've just bought. So feel free to scroll to the end of those for more plant content. And I will show you, a lot of people loved this plant. And you can see, I showed this in my last video where I had bought this Presa Verde off of Etsy. And you can tell it's lifted. It's happier now. It's not, you know, like pushed down where it was packaged. Like it's love and life. One person requested that I do a care video for this plant because they were trying to get one also because they loved the look of it so much. I am going to figure that out because this is a new philodendron to me, obviously. But my assumption would be that it's just like any other philodendron. It's going to enjoy bright indirect light. It's not going to want to be sat in the dark. It's going to want to be watered when the soil gets dry. And it's going to want to be fertilized every now and then. And it's going to want you to just love it and talk to it. And every now and then gently caress it, tell it how pretty it is, and fertilize it and give it pest treatment and all of that good stuff that we should be doing to our plants. So as long as you're not sitting it in a corner and forgetting about it, I think it's going to do just fine. But ain't she pretty? Man, she's a pretty plant. So, so gorgeous. And I have not stopped just looking at these leaves. She did get moved. She's been actually on top of the humidifier, but I moved her right here because the philodendron that was right here has never liked me. It was a lemon lime philodendron, just a regular heart-shaped heteroraceum lemon lime philodendron, and it never liked me. And it's the only one I've ever had, and I'm almost convinced it was just a dud plant. Like maybe it was never well rooted enough, because I've noticed that some of the, because it's just a bunch of cuttings set down into soil when you get a trailing plant like that. And I've almost decided that it was just not well rooted enough when I got it. And it wasn't ready to leave the nest and go to a new home. So it's been exiled to the sun porch. It's a little chillier out there because we're getting into winter, but I think it might like the extra light. And if it dies, it dies. It wasn't an expensive plant, and it has just never really spoken to me because it did kind of hate me. So I am going to make sure that my space in here, right across from where I stitch, is just filled with plants that I love and that enjoy being in this space. I have lots of plants out of my sunroom that I absolutely love, but they love the sunroom. So I'm not going to force them in here where they don't get quite as much light. Well, I'm going to quit yapping. Me and my two new plants are going to find places to live until I can get this one hung. And maybe this one will go on top of the humidifier for now, because do think she likes the humidifier. And then I can just enjoy her weirdness. Until next time, my next video will probably be a stitching video, but there will probably be more plants before the year is over.